Greetings, thank you for lending an ear to the Voice of the Times for Wednesday, January 19, 2022. Brought to you by Wilcon Depot, the country's leading home improvement and construction supplies retailer. Shop conveniently 24/7 with the Wilcon online store. Just go to shop.wilcon.com.ph. For today's editorial, Ratification of RCEP critical to economic recovery. Over the weekend, Senate Minority Leader Frank Drilon urged members of both houses of Congress to work quickly to pass vital measures in the few remaining legislative days left before the long pre-election recess. This was certainly a good call on Drilon's part, but among the measures he listed on lawmakers' critical to-do list, he omitted the most important one: Senate ratification of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP, which went into effect on January 1. The RCEP is a free trade agreement of FTA between the 10 member states of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN and the ASEAN's 6 major FTA partners: Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, and South Korea. The main purpose of the RCEP is to harmonize the number of existing bilateral FTAs among the signatory nations. When fully in force, the RCEP will cover 2.3 billion people, or about 30% of the world's population, contribute $25.8 trillion to global gross domestic product or GDP, account for over a quarter of global trade in goods and services, and 31% of global foreign direct investment or FDI inflows, according to data from the World Bank. In terms of its impact on the Philippines, the RCEP could increase national GDP by as much as 2%. The agreement expands opportunities to attract new foreign investment, as well as expanding access to overseas markets for Philippine goods and services, particularly for medium and small enterprises or MSMEs. Even under the best of circumstances, it would be fully hardy for the Philippines not to be a part of the RCEP. With the economic strain caused by the coronavirus pandemic, it is absolutely critical that it is. Senate's prioritize the Senate, however, evidently has other priorities. Among the measures cited by Senator Drilon were the proposed amendments to the Philippine Services Act, which would clarify the definition of public utilities and permit more foreign investment in these sectors. Drilon also stressed the need to pass the amended Retail Trade Act, a bill he authored, which would lower the required paid-up capital for retail enterprises from the current 25 million pesos to 2.5 million pesos. Among other matters being prioritized include the proposed SIM Card Registration Act, an act that would provide for the non-expiration of licenses and franchises, and the proposed Vaporized Nicotine Products or Vape Regulation Act, which is currently in bicameral committee to work out differences between the versions passed by the House and the Senate. Without the RCEP, the Public Services Act and Retail Trade Act lose much of their relevance, as they are primarily intended to attract foreign investment. Investors will be more likely to look elsewhere among the countries that have already ratified the trade pact, like Australia, Brunei, Cambodia, China, Japan, Laos, New Zealand, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and as of February 1, South Korea, given the advantages the RCEP provides. Other laws that are considered vital can either wait or should be dropped entirely. For example, the SIM Card Registration Act, which is basically a good idea, has a number of excessively intrusive and probably unnecessary provisions and should be reassessed. The vape law, on the other hand, has been railroaded through the legislature despite strong condemnation from the Department of Health and more than 50 physicians groups, and simply should not be given any more time and attention. As of today, there are only 8 session days left before Congress adjourns until July. That limited amount of time should be used for measures that have the broadest positive impact on the country and serve to accelerate the economic recovery from the pandemic. The only measure that fits that description is the ratification of the RCEP. And that's the editorial for Wednesday, January 19, 2022. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print. Subscribe to its digital edition or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram and listen to the voice of the Times.